So, from by taking shelter of the bona fide guru, this question comes naturally. What is Brahma? What is Bhagavan? Who am I? Brahma means Bhagavan. The original meaning of Brahma is Bhagavan. Anantara means after taking shelter of the feet of the bona fide guru, this question arises in the heart of the living entity. Who am I? Who is God? Who am I? What is this material world? Where have I come from? Where this world has come from? Many questions. So inquiring about Lord and about the soul. When the jiva is upset, wandering in this material world, so miserable, suffering so much, then a jiva who has sukriti, naturally, not everyone will ask themselves these questions. Everyone is screaming and suffering in this world, but the person doesn't stop to think, like a jiva will not think, what is the reason of my suffering? How to deliver from this suffering? How can I deliver from this suffering? This verse is from the Bhagavatam. Atyantikam Kema. Do you know this verse? What is the verse? Atyantikam Kema Prichati Bhavati Anaga. Kema means Mangala, auspiciousness. Kanaradupi Sadhu Sangha Sevadri Nirnam. Hey King. Even for a moment, if you associate with the sadhu, you only get auspiciousness, all kinds of auspiciousness. Kanadurpi satsanga sevadrinidam. Atyantikam kemam prichati bhavato anaga. Kanadurpi satsangapi sevadrinidam. Kemam means auspiciousness. Topmost auspiciousness is even if we have small moment we associate with the sadhu. What is the Atma Mangal? Means auspiciousness for the soul. Prichami means I'm asking you. This is a verse from the Bhagavatam. So this question comes. You can also ask yourself, when the jiva is suffering the three kinds of miseries in this material world and suffering so much, then the jiva thinks, which karma did I do in my previous lives? Which karma? That because of this karma I was suffering. What is the cause of this suffering? What is the cause? Yes. I gave some suffering to someone. For example, if I steal someone or if I did any bad thing to someone, this reaction will come back. If you did something to someone, this will again come back to you. The karma chakra means the wheel of a karma. There's no way to be protected from that. Means the reactions of your deeds will come back to you. If you took 1 cent here, in any other life, this will come back to you. Remember that story. There was a manager of a company. He had a very simple nature. He was very generous. He was very good man. Very calm, peaceful. One day, the client came, and that person, that client, was rude, of ignorance. While I was speaking, that client became so angry, and then he slapped the manager. Imagine, he was manager of his own company. It was a huge company, like an honorable person, but still the client slapped him. But the manager didn't say anything. He didn't like it, but he just kept to himself. He came back to his house. His wife gave him so much to eat. And then his wife said something. But remember, that anger he felt when he was slapped. Because he's not a liberated soul. Of course, he felt anger when he was slapped, but he kept it to himself. What is this? Oh, this is it's for mosquitoes. They are putting some spray for the mosquitoes. It's a car putting a spray against mosquitoes. Anyway, so the manager, he had that anger he had kept to himself when he was slapped. Then he just also slapped his wife, and the way he released the anger he was feeling. It was for the first time. But his wife was also a very calm person. She would never speak anything against her husband. So she didn't say anything. But she also felt some anger, but she just kept to herself. And when the wife went to her room, her older son was there in the room. So she spoke something to her older son. Older son spoke something, and then the mother slapped her son. The son is also a calm person, calm boy. He didn't speak a word against his mom. But he went to the other room, and later on, he just released this anger in his younger brother. So the older brother spoke something to the younger brother, and the older brother just slapped the younger brother. The younger brother also didn't say anything. Became angry, came out of the house, of the room, and there was a dog on the street, and then he kicked the dog. Dog was because the younger brother kicked the dog, and then the dog went away, but there was someone coming on the street, and then the dog decided to bite that man who was coming. You see how the karma is going, the reactions. That person asked, that man who was beat by the dog came to a saint and later asked, why did I was beat by the dog? I didn't do anything against the dog. Like a dog came suddenly out of nowhere and just bit me. So what is this karma? So that person who asked, I didn't do anything to the dog, so why did the dog just beat me? Then the saint told, look, I'll tell you. So the saint went into meditation and said, look, that dog, actually this is your karma who is coming back. Do you remember? Actually, I told you the story like it was in one day, but actually the karma is going, but actually it was slowly. Oh, one day you slapped the manager and this happened and this happened. So this dog is actually your karma coming back to you, the reaction of your slap to the manager. Do you understand the story? So somehow or another, your karma you'll have to suffer your karma. There's no way out. Karmana kahana gati. In the Gita, Bhagavan says the root of karma is impossible to trace down. Like the root of you don't know where it's coming from. We also say, okay. Whatever you do later on, and you'll see the results. But actually, you'll not see the result. Foolish. No, you have to tolerate. You'll not be able to tolerate. You'll be screaming for help. Have you ever been beat by a dog? It's painful. I remember something when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was very young, and I was maybe 5, 6, 7 years old. I went up on a mango tree. You know, ripen mango. So the mango is ripe and it's not completely ripened yet. So with the teeth, I cut a little bit the mango. I ate something of the mango to see if it was ripened and sweet or not. So the mango was there. You know, like how the birds are eating also, like they don't a little bit. So I just a little bit. The mango was still on the tree. I just ate a little bit to see if it was sweet or not, and kept the rest there. Anyway, so I ate a little bit of the mango. I checked to see if it was sweet. Eating like this, like a bird in the tree, on the tree. So one of the mangoes fell down, and there was a dog sitting underneath the tree. So the mango fell directly. Imagine a big mango falling straight to the dog, on the dog, and fell on the dog, the mango. The dog was gone. I didn't even see the dog was there because I was up in a tree. And the dog ran away. And you know, when I came under the tree, the dog came and beat me. The dog beat me. Because the dog became angry with me. Oh yeah, why did you hit me with the mango? So the dog came and beat me. So therefore, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Actually, I didn't want to beat the dog. Like the mango, actually the mango fell from my hand because I kind of ate a little bit, and then the mango was in my hand. I tried the mango, but then it fell down on the dog, and the dog was thinking I hit him, but actually it was an accident. But when I came down from the tree, when I came down, before the dog had ran away, but then he came back and just beat me. Yeah, the dog beat me. What I was talking about? Karmana Kanagat. Okay. Therefore, inquire about Brahma. When this happened, when you think about God, after wandering this material world, you don't find shelter anywhere. Suppose if you're suffering a disease, you have tried all medicines, nothing is working to cure you. Then finally you think, it's my prarabdha karma. In the beginning, you don't see or speak in this way, but when everything you tried is useless, finally you think, oh, this is my karma. Therefore, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This will come back to you. In the Gita, Bhagavan says, the root of the karma is very difficult to trace it down. Means to see where it's coming from. For example, you did something to someone now, but in some other life in the future, lots of lives in the future, this will come back to you in some other way that you don't even recognize. And then this continues. Do you understand or not? That's why Tulsidas said, Dosha, we are blaming each other, but actually everything is because of our karma coming to us. We are blaming each other. This is true or not? But if you go to a Rishi who knows past, present, and future, he'll be able to tell you. You did this thing, and that is coming back to you. Somehow or another, these things will come back. Whatever you do, the gati, the speed of karma will come back. Like Bhishma Pitamaha. Even though he was a Mahabhagavat, still just to teach the people of this world. Why was he sleeping on the bed of arrows and so much blood coming from his body? Draupadi was laughing, smiling. She was laughing. And then Bhishma Pitamaha looked at Draupadi. He said, Draupadi, why are you laughing? Then at that moment, Draupadi said, now you're sleeping on the bed of arrows. And you're giving nice instructions, huh? To everyone. You know, in the Mahabharata. Have you heard the instructions of Bhishma Pitamaha in the Mahabharata? So when Duryodhan was pulling my clothes, why at that time he didn't say anything? If I had told something at that time, then now this Mahabharata war wouldn't have taken place. You didn't say anything, but you know everything. You're so Mahagani. You have so much knowledge. So at that time, why didn't you give these amazing instructions at that time? You could have said, Duryodhana Dushasan, she, Draupadi is from daughter-in-law of your dynasty. You should not treat her in that way. So the history will not hide anything for unlimited time. If something is written in history, it cannot be erased. For example, like if a book is printed out. Once the book is printed out, there's no way back, not turning back. It will remain always. So in the same way, history is written, you cannot come back when the history is written. So Draupadi is asking Bhishma Pitamaha, why at that time, when they're trying to pull my clothes away, why didn't you say anything to them? And then Bhishma Pitamaha said, you know what he said to Draupadi? He said, Draupadi, at that time my intelligence was like not there. Why? Because I was eating the food from bad people. I was eating anna, rice and food from bad people. That's why my intelligence was not working. So if you eat food from non-devotees, your mind will be destroyed. Your intelligence will be destroyed. Your heart becomes contaminated. I eat the salt from Duryodhan, means food from Duryodhan. So my intelligence was not working. Oh, hey Draupadi, listen to me. Now my blood is drained because of the arrows. If you eat food, salt, food from materialists, from bad people, then your intelligence is destroyed. Of course, he's a Mahabhagavat, Bhishma Pitamaha. He's not, but he's doing Lila. Conditioned souls, they don't do Lila, they are suffering karma. To do Lila and suffer karma is not the same. Pay attention to this. Bhishma Pitamaha is only teaching us. He doesn't have anything of this in his life. Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhagavan is also stealing as a Lila, but he's not actually stealing. He's just to teach people in this world. So Lila and karma is not the same thing. You should be careful with this, and then you'll never ask this kind of question. Lila and to suffer karma. Like Bhagavan and his devotees, they're not suffering karma. those who are Uttam Bhagavats. For example, Ajamil, the day when he spoke the name of his son Narayan, from that day on, all his prarabdha, aprarabdha, kurt, bij, all his sinful activities, desire to perform sinful activities, all pap, bij, kurt, the seeds of karma, the mountains of all karmas, everything was destroyed. You see, these are the glories of the holy names. These are the glories of the holy names. In the life of Ajamil, one thing he didn't do. Pay attention, listen to this again and again. Ajamil, he was a sinful person, yes, but he would never ever commit Vaishnava Parad and Vaishnava in the criticism to the Vaishnavas. That's why he was able to chant Namabhas. The devotee is saying, but we hear from his life story that he would speak something bad when he used to see a sadhu. Gurudev is saying, but the sadhus he would mistreat in a bad way, were actually Mayavadis and or maybe imposters, like frauds. Some sadhus they look like renounced, but they're drinking chai on Ekadashi and also smoking. Oh, sadhu-seva. Do you think this is sadhu-seva, serving the sadhus, if that sadhu is actually what he's smoking and drinking or doing something like that? Only by wearing clothes of a sadhu will become a sadhu? No. If you go to Vrindavan, if you do the Vrindavan parikrama, there is the Soham ashram. There is a long line. The rich people come there and they are doing chai seva, offering chai to the people and the saints. Oh, let's drink chai. This is sadhu seva, they say. But we, as sadhus here, we are prohibiting people of drinking chai, but the karmis are like, oh, this is chai, what is the problem? Let them drink chai. The karmis, they say this and they do these things. And how are the sadhus? They are feeding sadhus that smoke. They're only wearing clothes of renunciant, but smoking cigarettes. Oh, renounced, huh? So you tell me if this is sadhu seva or not. God gave you money, but you need to use your money properly. Where to apply your money to give donation, you need to understand. There's not a problem earning money. It's actually hard to earn money, this is true. But to use the money in a proper way, this is the most important thing. What is the money? The money can also be used in a bad way. So the money can also be a problem depending on how you use it. Do you understand? Like you said, though, Ajamil treated some sadhus bad, like didn't treat them well, but bad sadhus. For example, Putana, she killed the babies, remember, from 10 days before Krishna's birth and after. All the kids, all the babies, she killed all of them. 10 babies. 10 days baby before. But actually, Jogamaya arranged that all those babies she killed were non-devotees. She killed only non-devotees babies. Not even one Suddha-bhakta or Vrajavasi, real Vrajavasi, she didn't kill. Bhagavan arranged like this. In the commentaries also it's explained. Do you understand? Try to understand. So, sadhu seva, okay. For example, who is real sadhu, this and that? Who people don't understand, they don't know. Who are the 6 kids of Devaki? Who were the 6 kids of Devaki that Rakamsa killed? They were the... You know what happened was Brahmaji, he was running behind his own daughter. So the 6 kids, 6 sons of Marichi left at Brahmaji when Brahmaji was running behind his own daughter. So we cannot understand some Lilas of the Mahabhagavats. Actually, it was his Lila. Brahma is not a normal person. Do you think he's a normal person? You read this properly in the Bhagavatam and also Gurudev's, in Hindi, Gurudev spoke about this. Who are the 6 kids of Devaki that Kamsa killed? The babies. All the questions will be reconciled, all your doubts, if you read this. You might also ask, Vasudev Maharaj, he told Kamsa, remember he said, Kamsa, all my kids I'll give to you. So why he left Krishna? I mean, why he took Krishna to Gokula? Because this would be a lie, right? Because he promised Kamsa that he would give all the kids to Kamsa. But then Vasudeva Maharaj took baby Krishna to Gokul. So this is a lie. But remember, he's lying for Krishna. If you do something, when you are surrendered to Krishna, even if you lie, you do something against punya, against the pious deeds, these will be a sinful activities. If you are not surrendered to Krishna, it's sinful activity. If you are surrendered to Krishna, there's no problem. Okay, so remember, Krishna appeared to Vasudeva Maharaj and told him, look, I was your kid in 3 lives. I was your son in 3 lives. You were Krishna in Sutapa, Krishna in the jail of Kamsa told Vasudeva Maharaj and Devaki. I am Bhagavan, you were Krishna in Sutapa, I appeared in the first life as Krishna Garbha. In the second life I appeared to you as Vamanadev, you are Kashyapaditi. Now you are Devaki and Vasudev and I appeared to you and I'm your son. So take me now to Nandalai, the house of Nanda Maharaj. Bhagavan told them all this. Vasudeva Maharaj, he had promised to Kamsa that all the babies I'll give to you. So why did he take Krishna away to Gokul? Because this would be against his word. So what is sattva truth and asattva lie? You have to understand this and think about it. So why so the 6 kids of Devaki, they were cursed by Brahma and they would be delivered. So Brahma said, you will be killed by the hands of your own father. So who was Kamsa in the previous life? He was called Nemi. Demon. And now he's killing these babies of Devaki. All these subtle conceptions are there. You can read this. It's in Hindi. The Bhagavatam of Gurudev in Hindi. In the 10th canto you'll find it. If you're surrendered, then all the karma is destroyed. These are the glories of the holy names. Ajamil also shown. That day in which Ajamil, he started calling Lord. In the day he spoke Narayana for the first time. Okay, Ajamil, he had 10 kids. He with the prostitutes, he did 10 babies. None of these babies had the name of Lord, but the last got the name Narayana. Why? Actually, in the Bhagavatam, you'll not find explanation of why only the last son had the spiritual name. But it's actually in other Puranas you'll find the reason. And that day, when the prostitute wife, she gave birth to the last kid, Lomas Rishi, he was, it was evening time. Even though he knows past, and future, Lomas Rishi didn't even know, that he was next, seeing that he was in that place, means next to the house of Ajamil. He just spent the night there, Lomas Rishi. And then, what happened? And that night, that day, the wife, prostitute of Ajamil, he gave birth to a baby. So it was like a conjunction, how to say it? It was an arrangement, something happened, right? Because that night, Lama Sadishi was there. So she saw the sadhu and thought, oh, let me ask him to bless my kid. Maharaj, please bless my baby. Do Ashirvad. Okay, what is the name of your baby? He still doesn't have name. Okay, it's Narayan. Actually, Loma Rishi gave this name Narayana. In the Bhagavata, actually the Bhagavata only explains about 3-4 verses of Jamil. Means in the Bhagavata you only find the story of Jamil in 3 or 4 verses, not much. The Bhagavata has so many examples of other things, but only 3 or 4 verses about Jamil's story. Okay, so Lama Rishi did the Namasamskar, gave name, gave blessing to the baby. So whatever name you give to your baby, whatever name you give is different, because when the sadhu gives a name to a baby, then there is a potency in there. If the sadhu gives a name to a baby, then it's a potency. This is Namasamskar. Who can do Namasamskar? For example, even you put your name to your baby Rama or Krishna, a spiritual name. But if a sadhu gives that name, Rama or Krishna, name of Krishna or Ram, which name I give? To the baby of Sudevi, Gurudev gave the name Radha Shama Sundara Das. If the sadhu is giving a name to a baby, even the same name that you also could choose, but if the sadhu gives the name, then it's special. The commentary explains in the commentary. There's a speciality in the glories of holy names. There's a potency when the sadhu gives. Then it's Namasamskar. Who can do Namasamskara? Who actually means Namasamskara means choosing the name of baby. Actually, a pure sadhu should always choose the name of the baby. Not an impostor sadhu, some sadhu who smokes or no. Not everyone is a sadhu. You think so? So Namasamskara means giving name to kids, babies, should be done by a proper sadhu. He should do this. If you lie, you understand quickly. Means Gurudev is saying like if I'm telling the truth about who is a sadhu. In my life I've seen maybe the baby is born in other country very far away and they are calling Gurudev. Gurudev give name to my baby. They are calling Gurudev from far countries. You could give name yourself, right? Isn't it? So people from England, America, they spend so much money to call Gurudev just to ask him a name for the baby. Oh, my wife is pregnant. Gurudev, you give the name to the baby. Because when the saints, when the pure devotee, when I say saints, I mean pure devotee, when they give a name to the baby, then there's a special potency. But people don't understand that. And they choose themselves the name. Okay. But maybe they don't even put a spiritual name. Haku, Bako, Daku, Chako, Knife, Dichu, Sichu, Pichu. Like stupid names. But Loma Rishi, he told, I am giving to the baby the name Narayan. Ajamil came in the morning and Loma Rishi was there. When Ajamil saw the sadhu, he became angry. How many sadhus I also killed? Ajamil told Loma Rishi. But actually all the sadhus that Ajamil had killed, they're actually sadhus, imposter sadhus. No one was actual sadhu. They're all like smoking cigarettes, stupid nonsense, like Ravan, like just imposters. Do you understand? So his wife told Ajamil, oh, this is a sadhu, don't beat him, don't do anything against him. In my house, a sadhu. Ajamil was drunk and his eyes were red. he took his sword and he was about to to attack the sadhu. And the wife said, don't do that. Look, my baby. The sadhu just gave a name to our baby. So that same name, the wife told, oh, the sadhu gave a name to my baby. He gave the name Narayan. Ajamal couldn't tell the name. He couldn't speak the name. His wife said, the sadhu told the name Narayan to my kid. Ajamal was so sinful. He said, what? So the name Narayan didn't come to his mouth. He couldn't speak it because of the sinful activities. Then Lama Rishi said, yeah, I gave to your son the name Narayan. What? Narayan. Because when Lama Rishi told the name, then Ajamal was able to speak the name also. Bolo Vrindavana Bihari Lal ki jai. From that day on, Ajamil, he started calling his name Narayan, Narayan. Probably his other names of his other kids, of Ajamil's kids, they didn't have spiritual name. Probably crazy names like Hindu, Bingu, Chinku, like any name which is not spiritual. So this is the glories of Namakarana Samskara. When a sadhu gives a name to the baby. In the commentary, it's explained that from that day, when Ajamil started calling his name Narayan, all his sinful activities were destroyed. But remember, Ajamil performed sinful activities, but he never ever did Vaishnava aparad. For example, Jagai Madai, they hit Nityananda Prabhu, but Nityananda didn't take the offense. If the sadhu doesn't accept the offense, then there's no problem. But if the sadhu accepts the offense, then it's a big problem for you. But the sadhu generally think, oh, the person doesn't know anything, he's ignorant, foolish. Because Lama Rishi didn't accept the offense that Ajamil did. Like Ajamil didn't treat him so well. He didn't treat him well. But Lama Rishi was like, oh, he's drunk, no problem. So that's why also Ajamil didn't commit offense to Lama Rishi. But if a sadhu takes your offense, then huge problem. You know the story of Chitraketu Maharaj? Devi Parvati, she cursed Chitraketu Maharaj. Then she became angry and told, hey, Chitraketu Maharaj is my god brother. Both of us, we are disciples of Sankarshan, Bhagavan. So he's my god brother. Chitraketu Maharaj told Parvati Devi. He's also a Mahabhagavat. He didn't speak anything to you. He was just joking with me. Why did you come in the middle? I didn't say anything. And you have cursed my god brother. Actually, why Parvati means Sati Devi abandoned her body? The reason starts in this story. Chitraketu Maharaj, he's also nothing less. He's also powerful. And he told, what did he say? Sorry, I couldn't get it. And then what happened? So he could have not been affected by the curse, but he decided to accept the curse, and then he came as Vritrasur. Vritrasura, he appeared from where? From a fire sacrifice. The son of Tastashi was, what was his name? Vishwarup. So he had 3 heads. With one head he was drinking alcohol, with the other one eating rice, and with the third head he was drinking somras. So he was giving off oblations to the fire. So his father Tatastarish was like a demigod. So he was giving oblations to the fire, but time to time, sometimes he was also giving some offerings to the demons. So Indra cut his head off. So this was the sinful of killing a Brahmana. So this came to Indra. Remember I told the story the other day. So the sinful of killing a Brahmana, Indra divided in four and shared to four personalities. You see, to speak one thing, I had to come back to speak so many other things. I was speaking before about Anyabhilashita in the beginning of the class. Isn't it? So these are conceptions of the scriptures. Sometimes the Mahabhagavata is doing activities to teach the people of this world. For example, Bhishma Pitamaha is not suffering any karma. He is doing loka lila, teaching the jivas of this world. The external activities of the Mahabhagavat, they are to teach the jivas of this world. They are not suffering karma. But the conditioned soul is suffering the karma. For the jiva is not lila, it's actually karma. So lila and karma is not the same. Try to understand that. Bhishma Pitamaha, is he suffering karma? No. He's a mukta purush, liberated soul. He's just doing these pastimes just to teach the people. So there's the katha in the Puranas. Exactly. Bhishma Pitamaha, why he was on tip of arrows. So there's stories in the Puranas like explaining why he was doing this. It's just actually to show like how it would be like karma, but actually just to increase the ruchi, the taste of the people. There's a story. Well, Bhishma Pitamaha was going to a war, a battle, and on the way there was a big snake, like a python, almost dead. And then Bhishma Pitamaha, with his arrow, he took the snake and put it on like a forest full of thorny trees. So the snake was on many thorns, almost dying. So because of this reaction came back, and that's why he had to suffer on the bed of arrows. This story of the Purana showing like this reaction, but this is actually only Lilas. If the jiva does anything, even small thing, the jiva will have to suffer the karma. He's saying this is true, but we cannot see where it's coming from. For example, when you go in the airplane, it looks like everything is same, just like a blanket over the earth. Like the mountains, jungle, rivers, everything looks like flat if you look at from the airplane. For example, the cars also seem like ants. Like those who have the vision, they'll be able to understand like that it's a karma, where it's coming. Everything depends on the power of the vision of the person. Not everyone is looking at the things in the same way. If you ask someone, the guru, for example, will make you understand. That's why Mahabhagavat knows another Mahabhagavat. For example, those who deal with stones, diamonds, this and that, they can recognize these precious gems. If you, for example, for us, maybe don't even recognize these gems. So Gurudeva gave this japamala. This is wood, neem. What is this japamala? This question sometimes comes. Not. You have gross conception. Gurudev gave me holy names, but the person doesn't understand. He's looking at the Japamala. Then the 5 kilo Japamala, very fat, 108 beads, very big from the garland. Oh, Gurudeva, chant holy names in this japa for me. Oh, this is Tulasi. I'll have benefit if I chant holy names in this. The mala, the Japamala that Gurudev gave you, I won't have any benefit from chanting in this, like Nimala or some Japamala of other wood that Gurudev gave me. I want to just show, oh, Gurudev gave me this Tulasi Mala, look. But your Gurudev gave you Nimala, I want to show off to people. Your Gurudev is not proper. My Gurudev is good, look. My Gurudev is powerful. This is all useless things for gross conception people. This is true or not? Then after 2 days, you give up. You don't even know where's your Japamala, you're not even chanting. Then you go to another guru, another guru. Sometimes I've seen... Brazil? Where? Anyway, there was a person who had 6 Japamalas in his house. How much Japamala do you chant? Oh, maybe once every 2 months. Oh, why do you have so many Japamalas? I went to India, in Vrindavan. So I found one Maharaj. This Maharaj is perfect soul. Give me Harinam. Then I accepted Japamala. Then I met another one. Oh, he's a bona fide guru, this other one. So I also took Japamala from him. In this way I have 6. But I'm not chanting not even in one Japamala. Not even in one I'm chanting. Yeah, there are so many people who do this. So do they have any benefit? You tell me. Gross conception, gross-minded people. What did Gurudev give you? He gave you Harinam. So you didn't chant holy names? You said, Gurudeva, what is Japamala you're giving me? Shastra saying you have to take Japamala from Guru. Or for example, you can chant in Tulasi Mala, or Mahari Bhakti Vilas also explains you can chant also in like a money mala, means like made of pearls, or not pearls, like gems, crystals. But when you have that faith, whatever Gurudev give me, it's enough. That's why my Gurudev said, don't show your Japamala to anyone. The mala should always be kept, your Japamala should always be kept inside the bead bag. Don't show to anyone. Do you understand? Does anyone walk naked? Everyone walks with clothes. In the same way, Japamala also should never show to anyone. Otherwise, look what my Gurudeva gave, and what your Gurudev gave you. So then they start criticizing sadhus and Gurudev, comparing the Japamala. So this is true. That's why. This Japamala you should never show to anyone. Just keep it covered. Like for example, the dates. When you buy the dates, also you put clothes on the date. Not naked. Everyone is like Surdas. You know Surdas. The dates was dressed in a beautiful cloth. And they asked Surdas, what did you see? And then he said, like the dates was super well dressed that day. So Surdas said, yeah, the dates is so beautiful ornamented, but Surdas was blind. So in the second day, they put the dates naked. And they asked Surdas, today, tell me, how is the ornaments of the dates? And he said the date is naked. Even though he was blind, he could, he knew. So he said, he had a realization, so he said the date is naked. So when I give Harinam or Diksha, I always say, you should keep your Japamala. Actually, you should always at least impose Arup, that the Japamala is God Himself. First step of Bhakti is Arupa Siddha Bhakti. Sangha Siddha and Swarup Siddha. You should not show Japamala to anyone. You shouldn't show it to anyone. Keep it inside this bead bag. Do you understand? I started in Anyabhilashita sunyam, and now I'm in another subject. Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. But now time is up. Somebody asked a question and time went up. Anyabhilashita sunyam. Sometimes you're sick or something, in some special circumstance, then the devotee prays to Lord, Hey Prabhu, please deliver me from this disease. Why? Because I want to do more bhajan. For example, if I'm free of diseases, I'll be able to chant holy names. That's why if you pray to Lord in this moment, it's not an issue. It's not a fault in bhakti. Hey Bhagavan, I am feeling some disease. I'm having a disease. Please deliver me from that. Be merciful. I cannot wake up early because of my disease. My back is having, I have like a pain in my back, in my waist. My body is not good. It is not a problem to pray in this way. Why? Because your goal, you want to be free of the disease to be able to serve. Do you understand? But without reason, again and again, you're saying, oh Bhagavan, I want this to, like, please make this work out, please make, I want to be better in this, I want this to work out, I want this to be good, asking again and again. So this is the difference between Anyabhilasha-shunyam, be devoid of desires, and Anyabhilashita-shunyam, means being devoid of desires, but like if you can ask something for yourself, but if it's not always, if it's just sometimes, special occasions. Your heart should not be covered by karma and gyan. In the beginning stage, actually, we need gyan, knowledge. Activities also we need to do in the beginning. There are three kinds of knowledge. Ton padartha gyan, tat padartha gyan, and jiva brahma eka gyan. This one is with Brahma, we should give it up. But Tat Padartha Gyan and Tom Padartha Gyan means knowledge about God and the soul. You should know that. Who is God, Jiva Tata, Maya Tata, Bhakti Tata, you should know everything. Kriya, Yoga Tapasya. What is Tapasya? Tapasya is to give pain to your body. Tap, austerities. Vishwanath said, Tapasya is to follow Ekadashi. This is the Tapasya in Kali Yuga. This is enough. Do you understand? To follow Ekadashi. Now it's happening for 9 days. People in Navaratri now, people are following so many fastings. They take sometimes some clothes only. Only clothes. So the Prime Minister, they don't follow. Even the Prime Minister follows these vows of Navaratri. If the person follows Ekadashi, I do pranam to the person. But the person is not following Ekadashi and is following this Navaratri, 9 days of fasting for Durga. This is not proper. Okay, you're doing a search, it's okay. This is good. Okay, if you want, this is a start, it's okay. But you should follow Ekadashi as well. Okay, I accept, but I don't do pranam to you. But if you do Ekadashi, then I do pranam to you. Ekadashi is so glorious. That's why I say don't give up, accept more things. For example, don't stop fasting for Durga, don't stop this fast. You add one more fast. You now fast for Ekadashi also. I'm not like this, oh, don't do this, why to do this is useless. Devi Puja, worship Devi Durga is useless. I'm not saying this. If you want to follow, of course, follow. It's okay. But also follow Ekadashi. So, if you follow Ekadashi, one day you'll also give up the vow, the fasting for Durga and other things. Follow Ekadasi and you'll see. Automatically, the vow for Navaratri, automatically you'll stop following if you start to follow Ekadasi. You'll feel so hungry that for 9 days you won't be able to. You'll be 9 days eating and eating. And on the Ekadashi day, then you won't feel hungry. He's saying that some people are even drinking coffee or something like this. But those, Gurudev said, no, those who properly follow Navaratri, they really follow properly, like fasting, good fast. They really fast a lot. They really don't take chai or coffee in these 9 days of Navaratri. Some people you might say, okay, they're doing, but many people they follow. Of course, the rules are there, but not everyone will follow all the rules. But so many people also follow. Generally, people follow whatever is more suitable for them. So, my Gurudeva cannot chant the mantra. What should I do? Oh, I drank the mantra. How? I wrote in a paper. Then I put the paper in the water with the mantra written. Then I drank the mantra. And then the mantra will come inside me, Gurudev, because I drank the mantra. But then now you passed stool and the mantra went away also. Huh? No, Gurudev, now the mantra is in my whole body. Some people are like this. The Shastra explains the Shastra mentions. Have you heard or not? But some gurus are like this. Oh, you cannot chant the mantra? Okay, so you can drink the mantra. Don't need to do anything. It's a very easy way. Some gurus are saying this. Gurudev is explaining. So, what's a good fortune to meet a guru like this? That will tell you this. No need to do bhajan sadhana. You drink the mantra. I accept the guru. It's enough. Oh, Gurudev told me, you write the mantra, put the paper with the mantra written in the water, let soak it, and then you drink that mantra. You become my disciple. I'm your guru. Once a year you come, and you give me donation. Okay, that's it. No need to do anything else. Whatever you want to eat, you just eat. No problem. Eat. If you don't want to eat, okay, no eat. But if you eat, then just eat. So there are some gurus who are giving this kind of instructions. Maharaj, if I already have this guru, I have to accept another guru. But my previous guru told me I don't need to do anything. He's such high guru, so great. Very rare to find some guru like this. He 3 syllables. He wrote in a paper and told me to put in the water and said I could drink that, and that was enough of my mantra chanting. One woman who came to Gurudev and told us. A woman came to Gurudev and told that she had a guru like this.